built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome back to another episode of In the Red Corner with Ty, Ricky, and Tomo. This episode today, we're going to touch on a lot of recaps. I know there's a lot of random discussions that you all think that we could tap on, especially knowing that one guy on this panel has a certain lady that was associated with those. But we're going to recap some of the fights. We're not going to touch on that unless he wants to address it. Other than that, before I get down to some of the fights that we're going to recap, Ricky, how are you?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Boxing has done us good for May, and I'm just too excited to speak about it.
Actually, hold on. Let me circle back because we got a Refuse to Lose day that's coming up in June.
Oh, yeah,
and we also have we also have a R2L day, tournament, and just my co-host, not just my co-host on In the Red Corner teams. This is also my teammate.
Yeah.
But Team Tomo, Ricky. I know we won't talk about boxing, but I just want to, give the people just a little bit of, what can they expect or what should they actually tap into and why they should become members to be a part of this R2L family.
Oh, definitely need to become a member. To enjoy days like R2L Day. You can come over and watch greatness at its best. Team Tomo definitely will come in and get victory. Definitely put your likes and comments about it. But yeah, we're gonna have victory on R2L Day, and also being a member. Come on, be a member. We have a great community. We have days like this where you can also join us. So I'm excited about that. I can't wait to put up 30 points, with ease.
Hey, man, I hope you do put up the 30 because if you put up 30, that mean we definitely got a championship and we're gonna talk about it, man. But like we said, man, I don't want to give you a hats off for that one. But again, we're gonna do the rundown. Of course, we got to talk about the Benavidez fight. That right there looks like an onslaught of just power punches. Then we also got to talk about, I don't know if it's UFC or if it's Keyshawn Davis. I don't know who it is at times when he's in the ring, but we're going to tap on that fight as well. And then Brian Norman getting up, from the whole Haney situation, but finding his way back into the ring. We're going to talk about that. We're going to touch on that. And are we going to talk about Giyasov or Catterall? Like, we got to touch on that too, because there was a lot that went in before that fight. But we got to touch on some of the things of how that actual outcome played out in the ring. Then we got Hamzah, another one, slugger, some slugger punches over there in Egypt. I don't know, man. Maybe he was trying to help the sun go down the way he was putting hands on that boy. But also Usyk versus Rico, Verhoeven, the kickboxer who almost had Usyk question. There's a lot of questions that happened after that fight, but those are some of the recaps that we're going to touch on, and also we're going to tap into the up-and-coming fights. But like we said, we're streaming this on 4 different platforms. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X. If you're on Facebook, hit that like and share, but please migrate over to YouTube because, that's where That's where the money resides. And I also heard, I seen an interview, and I talked to the producers backstage that Facebook is passing out money too. So we're gonna touch on that off air. But hit that like, share, also because you could be a part of the comments in the comment section on Facebook, which we see here as well. Do the same thing on YouTube. Hit that like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. On Twitch, just comment, because I don't be on Twitch that much. I gotta tap in to see what you can do over there. But if you can share it there as well. And if you're on X, repost, like, be a part of the conversation. And with that being said, Ricky, we're gonna roll right into this first fight of the day. Benavidez defeats Zurdo by 6-round TKO. And I think with this one, he gains the WBA and WBO Cruiserweight Championship. So, Ricky, just give me a quick recap of this fight before I ask you, man, is he ready to fight Canelo?
This fight was definitely a one-sided fight. This was Benavidez making a statement that he can also potentially dominate another weight class. Definitely crazy hand speed still in the play, crazy angles. His power did translate in this fight. I think he was just showing that, hey, if light heavyweight won't give me the top fights, I can go up another division and potentially get a top fight. If you guys, keep playing around, there's no more waiting. I think he learned from his mistake with Canelo. No more waiting, and it was just time for him to put on a fantastic performance. I think he dropped him twice. He dropped Zurdo twice. Hand speed was on point. Power was translate. To be that big and to punch that fast is definitely a talent. Definitely a talent, and one of his strengths. Yeah, I can't wait to see what his next fight be.
I mean, like you said, what I seen also coming from that fight is the speed was definitely on display there. But like you said, at that weight class, I think these were the two first. I think this is the first time two Mexican fighters fought at over like 165 or 168. I think that's what I heard when the fight first started. And I was like, okay, this is gonna be interesting. And then after a couple,
yep,
you seen Zurdo take that knee, and I was like, last time I seen somebody take a knee, it was controversial. But this one right here, I don't think he gonna last. And then, he made it through the fourth, he made it through the fifth, and then it happened again in the sixth round, and the ref was like, nah, bro, you're not ready for what he bringing today. So, I mean, you said, the question says, should he still take a fight with Canelo?
No.
I mean,
no, it's done. So,
why you say no?
All right, that's why I'm gonna say no. One, if he goes down, it will definitely be considered being a weight bully at this point, because he showed that he can stay up. And then he can even go even to another higher division. So going down fighting Canelo, it's not even there. Canelo again, he is a top fighter, maybe still a prize fighter, but he don't have the belts. That's another thing. You don't get what you could have had before if you would have had that fight happen. And then now, for real, and let's flip it. Now we see why Canelo never made the fight.
Oh, hold up now. Just coming from a Canelo fan. Hold up now.
Let's put it there. This maybe Canelo never made the fight because of how big he can get, the size factor, the dominance, and then also, maybe looking at Benavidez as a weight bully. Come on, look at it. He went light heavyweight, and then when they ain't give him nothing at light heavyweight, he jumped the cruiser with no issue.
So let me ask you this then. You're saying that Canelo probably seen the talent that he had and was like, I can't take that type of punishment over and 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 over.
Okay. No. I wouldn't say that one now. So chill. What I would say is this. This is what I would say. That Canelo already went to light heavyweight and lost to Bivol. And maybe Canelo, when Canelo went back to 168, he always looked at Benavidez and like, well, you're not supposed to be in my weight class. You should go up to light heavyweight. And then another thing,
I think you're saying that.
Let's do this. How about this?
I think you're saying it, but go ahead.
But look, all that time he spent chasing Canelo and having all those other easier fights he could have outside of Caleb Plant. That was a great fight, by the way, Caleb Plant. What do you think his career would have been if he went up earlier? we wouldn't have the Arthur Beterbiev versus Bivol. He probably would have fought
Hey,
both of
you
them.
right.
He would have fought
You
both
right.
of them. We
You
probably
right.
shoot. Honestly, we probably would have had him fighting Jay Albertaya by now. If he probably went up a few years before chasing Canelo, he could have fought Usyk. So there are a lot of potential fights that could have happened that shows now by him being able to move up in size, maintain his hand speed and power, that he had a lot of opportunities on the table and a lot of room to dominate two weight divisions. He could have been the man in two weight divisions by now.
So I like the Marvel parallel universe that you went down, on Earth 928. That's probably what would have happened. Like we would, like you said, you watched that fight in slow motion. So that right there, we probably would have never got that moment from Ricky. So I agree with you on that one. But if he keeps winning like this, and of course you said who should he fight next? If his next opponent, if he dismantles them the same way, at some point, people gonna start calling for the fight. I know the time is probably past, but people are gonna call for it.
No, that's done. That's done. It's past. It's done.
Sure, Mayweather and Pacquiao about to fight again.
So, for example, you wouldn't fight like they asked Benavidez, would you fight Crawford? Crawford made the fight at 168. Would you fight Crawford? No, I'm gonna fight Crawford. I'm at 175. So why would we come down to fight Canelo? There's no gain there. There's no gain there, but there's no gain.
Everybody has their reasons though.
The only gain we get from that is that now it settles the what if. There's no legacy in the fight right now. Currently there's no legacy in that fight no more. Crawford had came in and beat one of my top fighters. Crawford came in there and dismantled that legacy win. So there's no point of even trying to fight him.
Okay. Well, my next question was going to be would beating him make him a superstar? But you said it's not even a legacy in it. So now at this point, if Benavidez was to fight Canelo, it would just be for his personal reasons.
Yes, exactly. His personal reason. It'd probably be a good money grab for the two fighters. But
sign that, man. We got Vaughn in the building.
What's up, Vaughn? What's up,
Team Tomo?
Yeah.
we see you. Make sure y'all tap into RBO Vaughn as well. The link is below. Make sure y'all tap in another show on the Refuse to Lose Network. Go ahead, Ray.
But this is like this. There's nothing to gain no more. There's no hype behind. I mean, the only hype we have is that, again, the what if. That's the only hype we have behind this fight. Canelo don't even have the belts. He's not undisputed. He's not the like I said, Crawford came in and dismantled all that. He came in and kicked all the stones left and right in different universes right now.
He definitely did that. He kicked so many stones, and now your boy talking about him. Well, not your boy, but Taz guy.
Yeah.
Shakur is saying, like, why y'all want me to change weight? Like, he didn't kick so many stones, and now he getting the brunt of people he hang around getting these questions. But let me ask you this: then, who should be next then, or who would you like to see Benavidez fight next?
Honestly, so I don't think the cruiserweight fight that he just had, I think that was just a good statement to show that he can hang, but I don't think that was a fight that convinced me enough, honestly. But I would love to see him if he stayed cruiserweight. Hey, I would love. What's up, D? I would love to see him fight Jay Albertaya at cruiserweight. If we going back down to light heavyweight, of course you got to see Bivol or Benavidez. Preferably Benavidez first, then Bivol. I would prefer to see it in that order. But right now, he has shown that he can make availability, and that's what's gonna make him profitable. He can make availability right now. He thinks he should move up. I mean, we seen him at cruiser. We haven't seen the. I need to see. That's why I want to see him at fight Jay Albertaya first at cruiserweight. Then I can have a better analysis of him going up to a heavyweight class. Because I think he's strong at cruiserweight, but I don't know. Heavyweight is different. You talking about Usyk fighting Usyk? Yes, because I feel like Usyk is just a finesse. And even in the heavyweight division, he's a finesse cruiserweight. Like he's not your normal heavyweight type of fighter. If I would say he's, he's too light on his feet. But I would definitely want him to have another fight at cruiserweight before going up. But I definitely can see him going up as well.
Yeah, with the Usyk one, I can see that now, especially coming off of the last performance from Usyk. I had to go back and see how tall Usyk was because again, going off of we're gonna talk about his fight just a little bit later, but I was trying to see if Benavidez had the height advantage over him because it seemed like that's what he would struggle with, but it seems like they will be in the same ballpark. Like what my man
And
D said, I
AD
think he
don't
runs through Jai. I like Jai though.
AD don't sleep on Jai moves smooth. He's quick on his feet and he's very tactical. Very tactical. But I don't
Which
know
would
who
be
will
a good
win.
test. So that
This
would be
will
a
be
good
yes,
test for
that's what I said.
Benavidez.
It'd be a great test. It'd be a great test to see where he's at and what weight class he should stay in or try to dominate. But
Yeah, because the speed is nice when you got something to hit, but when you throwing all them punches and you not hitting nothing, you can
no,
get frustrated.
I got you. I got one even better. The speed is nice when you hit quick enough so they can't get their head off the line. See, the thing is, Benavidez when he hit with them punches and stuff, it hurts. You can tell it hurts because that's what keeps their head right there. They don't move. They don't try to get out the way. They just stand in
Mm-mm.
place because the pain. So,
And that's what happened
uh,
in his last fight too. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So we'll see. Him going up to heavyweight. Yeah. Come, Atama, Alone, Parker, everybody you naming. I don't. I can't see David going up to heavyweight really dogging that because he gonna have to take a lot of punishment. We will have to witness that one. He would have to be light on his feet.
that would be the legacy move though if he goes up and he can
Nah,
he can slightly
the
if he
legacy
slightly
move.
dominates heavyweight though, Ricky, I'm just saying
The legacy move is for him to again get the top fights at cruiserweight or the top fights at light heavyweight. I wouldn't suggest him to go to heavy. Not right now. Not right
okay.
now. But we definitely need those prize fighters again. Arthur Beterbiev, Bivol. I think there's somebody else that might have the belt, but Jay Albertea would definitely be a great challenge. Great challenge.
I'm gonna lie, there's a lot of times we say something on this Refuse to Lose network. Once we put it in the universe, things seem to happen that way. If this next fight is Jay, and then we hear him say he wants to move up to heavyweight, I just want y'all to know where y'all heard it first. May 24th. I'm just saying, y'all heard it here first.
Could you imagine David Benavidez fighting Anthony Joshua? Like this here the names compared to each other. And
At the right now,
Benavidez
no,
versus
I can't,
Usyk.
but I can see. I can't,
Dubois.
but I would like to. See, it would be interesting though.
Moses. Like I'm not gonna lie, it just wild for me even thinking about it. But he showing that he can hang at cruiserweight, so sky's the limit.
I don't think you should move down, going up in weight. Then, yeah, we'll see. I'll let you respond to that before we move to the next one, or you
Uh,
good. I don't think he should move
going up,
down.
going up in weight, then moving down. Yeah, that's true. But light heavyweight and cruiserweight, not really much of difference. It'd probably be easy for him to get down to light heavyweight, and if you have a fight at cruiserweight, he could just blow up. So it's cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, speaking about blowing up, sometimes this guy in the ring, he should just maintain his composure. Like he has all the abilities to be one of the greats, but it's just at times it seems like somebody could press a button and make this man so upset. If you don't know who I'm talking about, I'm definitely talking about Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn versus Albright, or should we say Boys to Men Albright? I don't know. I didn't see him sing after this one. I didn't too much watch the post fight for this one, but Keyshawn won by unanimous decision. And the question would be, Ricky, I mean, we can tap in. You can recap the fight while I ask you this. Will Keyshawn do well at 147? Because I think he said it right where he said, y'all know I have problems making weight. So he just want to go up. So you
So
think he'll be all right?
oh, I'm gonna come back to that question real quick. That fight with him and Nahir, this time around, this second go around was a good statement fight against Nahir. There is definitely a drastic difference between the two. He's a lot faster. He is definitely even struggling with the weight. He's still a lot faster. He's still technically sound. And he does again one of his strong suits. He's going to disrupt every fighter's rhythm. You will never get a good rhythm with him. You are not going to you are not going to land solid combinations. He's going to wrap you up. He's going to confuse you. He's going to body slam you. You see what he suplexed Nahir. He's gonna do whatever everything that takes to disrupt your rhythm because he don't like to get touched. That's one thing I noticed in that fight. He do not like to get touched. So he's gonna do whatever it needs to be to stop you from getting the rhythm of touching him. Will he do good at 147? Sky's the limit, but 147 has dogs. 147 has dogs. It honestly, me thinking at the top of my head, I'm trying to think of an entry fight for him, and that's where it gets maybe a little rough because, like, that's the thing. Only person I can think that would be a good entry fight for him would be a Conor Ben.
I can see him body slamming him too, but
yeah. Well, I don't even see the body slam. I can see him confusing Conor Ben, frustrating him, and then now we having an all-out brawl. But I see him still taking the win. But then we got, Barboza Jr., we got Stanionis, we got Rolly, we have Ryan Garcia, we have
that might be it.
Rolly, let's not sleep on Rolly because Rolly's a different type
I'm not,
of
but
now.
I'm saying that's a good for him though. Keep going.
I don't think Rolly would be a good intro because Rolly is a heavy puncher.
Okay.
He might
Rolly listener.
You know what's crazy? You come in your first fight at 147, you get exposed by Rolly. That would be a heartbreaking fight right there.
Why? Because you just said it. You just said it yourself. The Rolly is a different fighter. We saw him be more composed.
Yes, no,
it would be. Is.
I mean, regardless win or loss, we're never going to. I don't think Rolly will ever lose any credit, but Keyshawn would. He's supposed to be an upcoming star. He's a star. I ain't gonna say upcoming. He's a star. He's a star fighter. So if you go up to 147 and nothing translating, what you gonna do then?
That's just. I mean, I'm trying to think because
he's not ready. Oh, let me. I got it because I think this is on that thing. Let me hold on. I'm not quite sure, but he beat most weight. All right, you're right, D. No, he is not ready for Devin. Let me just say it like that. No,
I was waiting for you to answer that. I'm like,
I'm sorry. No, D, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I don't. Devin gonna bully him. I think Devin will bully him. This would probably be Stanionis. Yes, I could do Stanionis. I didn't really see Lewis Crocker fight like that, and I think.
What about Brian Norman?
No.
Barrios is gonna be easy. That's easy.
Yes,
right there.
But see, we need.
That's an intro right there.
We need fights like Stanionis, Barrios, Conor Ben. We need fights to see if you can maintain in that weight class. Just to maintain. That's all. We just need to see if you can maintain.
Rohan Placo
would be a good entry fight. Okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure Keyshawn wants a name for an entry fight. I think it's a lot of that's what make it good for 147. There are a lot of good names for an entry fight for him. A lot of decent names on the resume.
So I think we all can agree Barrios would be a good intro. Like that would be a good.
That's everybody's intro.
Yeah. Exactly.
Barrios is the gatekeeper. Your entry form into 147 is Barrios.
Facts. Now you said a name, right? I mean, my man threw out Devin. We already know. I'm not even saying Devin. You ain't got to address that. But why you say no to Brian Norman so quick?
We don't know if his power could translate. And then another thing is Brian Norman. He's not. See him going up the weight now. You got to deal with people. You can't just keep grappling up. You're gonna try to hold and you're gonna walk into something. You're gonna try to hold and someone's gonna. You're not gonna suplex a Brian Norman.
Okay.
That's why I'm looking at it like that. Like I'm looking at it since like that. Like you're not gonna come in and suplex a Rolly. You can't. You're not gonna suplex Ryan. These are people who are already naturally heavy. You know. All right.
So we hear you from the analytical / fan standpoint, right?
Yeah.
But we talking as if this is Keyshawn.
Okay.
Like Keyshawn is gonna call out a Brian Norman. So all the things you said about Brian Norman, tell me how Keyshawn could probably win that fight. Let me challenge you a little bit.
The same way Devin did. You just have to be a great boxer and rely on that jab and those counters. Which he can, right? But with Norman, you gotta withstand the power. Norman has a boxer's chance of knocking him out. Like Norman is not no slouch. So
He's not though. I'm
he's
laughing
not
at
no slouch.
the
What he
comment. Now
said?
go ahead. He said,
Yeah,
fellas, I think Brian might be a good fight. It's 50-50. That boy from GA, he got that country power.
yes, he does
Then
got that. Yes, he does. He definitely got that country power, like hands on. Yeah, and that's one thing. That's an element I would say that will be different because now you getting hit with 147 power. 147 don't got no love for you. You get put
but
in your button real quick.
like you said, but that also is, and like you said, breaking down the analytical version of what you said, right?
Mm,
Keyshawn wanting to go up to 147. He has the IQ to be at 147, right? But he
yes.
needs the challenge. So if he does go up there and loses to one of these people, right? Hopefully, if he, let's say he was to go up and lose to a Brian Norman, I don't think that stops him from fighting somebody else at 147.
No.
I think that helps him get better. So that's why when you like intro, I'm like, the entry is
It help
cool, but somebody like him needs to learn how to get better.
a KO
I don't think
to a fighter to him like him,
you
or
think
matter of
Brian
fact,
gonna knock him out.
let's say like this: a KO or a loss, any type of loss, TKO, KO, decision. It would probably it would sting. It would sting. It definitely would sting for a fighter like him.
Okay.
And it's very unfortunate that he want to go up. He might again. He hasn't fully confirmed it yet. But even though he struggled at 140, because 140 got some fights. We
Hey,
could have
but
seen.
this
We could have seen we might have could have seen a Gary versus Keyshawn. We might could have seen a Dalton Smith versus Keyshawn. We could have seen. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, there's vacant belts. We could have seen a lot of potential fights. Isaac Cruz versus Keyshawn. There's money on the table at 140. But unfortunately, he can't. He's making comments that he can't make the weight. So
yeah.
you want
So
to come up to the, you want to come up 147 and 154. They are going to. There are fighters up there that are gonna gut you. So I want to see. I'm now that he's touching that he's saying 147. I would love to see it. I would love to see it.
that's what I'm saying. I'm also speaking of the side of challenging him, right? Like I agree
Yeah.
with everything that you're saying, but he needs the challenge because you see it in his fights. He sounds like he's saying it in a more aggressive tone than what Shakur was saying, right?
Hmm.
Or not as elaborate as Shakur was saying. Like, you give me better fighters, you get a better performance. He's saying, look, I need to go up to 147 so I can actually, don't have to worry about making weight and I can give y'all the best of my ability. And it's like, all right, well, if you go up there, like my man Ricky from In the Red Corner said, there's no slouches up there. So when you get up there, remember, you said that this was where you wanted to be at. So now that you're here, we don't want to see all that stuff you was doing back at 140.
And he shouted out one of the top fighters at 147. He shouted he hollered out for Devin. So my
I
thing is,
mean,
if you can holler up the food chain, you can take everything. You can take the fighters underneath.
that's
You can,
true.
yeah.
And the thing about Devin is you call him too many times, he gonna make it happen.
Keyshawn versus Tiger Johnson. That that could be that could be a nice little fight. But Keyshawn not gonna go under 12. He's not gonna go to 10 rounds. So I haven't seen Tiger fight more than 10 rounds. But that probably would be an interesting fight. I still going with Keyshawn, of course. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Tiger won Dev after the dispute. He don't want Dev. He want the pappy. That's what he want. He want the pappy in
A
the
lot of
ring.
people want to fight Devin because of his daddy, man. Get your focus back. Get your focus back. I'm looking
I
like
don't
you
know
about
what's
to
going
talking
on.
now.
Nah, it just went out on its own, so I don't know what's going on. Hold on. We can
Looking
talk
like
it
you
out while I
talking.
fix it out though. There
Like
we
you about
go.
to say, and in the next fight. That's what it sounds
I
like you
know,
about to
that's
say.
what I'm saying. Yeah. But no, but like I said, for Keyshawn, I'm happy to see whatever he do. I want to see all that talk. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what to talk about. I want to see you get smoked. I want to see you challenge the best fighters. But I'm not going to throw him in the flame because he has been a fantastic boxer. I would like to see him have an entry fight into 147 first so I can be like, you know what? You do look good right there. Let's see you go up.
Okay. Now, we kind of agree, so I don't even think I need to ask you this. Can he beat Devin at 147? You
No.
basically saying after I was gonna say after he get a couple fights under his belt, still no.
Still no.
Okay.
Because his normal tactics, I don't think that will work against Devin. He's gonna walk into a punch.
Hey, we agree with you, Ralphie. But
I just said that too. Hey, Ralphie,
we
I
agree.
literally just
Yeah.
said that. I literally said that. There's a lot of money down 140. There's a lot of action at 140 for him. Especially if we're not gonna have Shakur down there. Keyshawn could at least stayed right there.
Somebody got to hold down that 140, right?
Exactly.
So I mean, but it's a problem. It's the weight. If he can make the weight, then he'll do it, right?
True.
That's his problem. So hey, I ain't mad at a boxer for noticing their flaws and wanting to move up. But again, Ricky just flat out said no. I think after a couple fights, he could probably get Devin in some old age time. But we'll see what happens with that one. We brought up this name in the last segment because I mean Keyshawn coming up, but this guy here found his way back into the ring after having that whole dispute with Dev. A lot of people talk about Devin Haney, but when he consistent, he can put you on your back pockets. But not in this one. Brian Norman defeated Josh Wagner by second round TKO, which technically, I know TKO, no pun, which technically could have been done in the first round, but he spared him a little bit. Once he hit him with that 1-2 and he kind of his legs lost, I was like, get up. It's over. It was over. But Ricky, Brian Norman, is he back?
He ain't go nowhere. He's a savage. I'm gonna give it to him. Like he is still dog. Like he's definitely a challenge. Like he's a good fighter. I mean, he's a good fighter. He has a lot of power. He's definitely entertaining. And I think the level of competition he fought that night wasn't at his status. So is he back?
Wagner or Haney?
Wagner.
Okay.
If he's back, he ain't never he never left. He just lost to a top opponent. That's all. Not gonna we not worried about holding on to your own. You know what I'm saying? Fight is a fight. That's what we're here for. And he never went nowhere. He never went nowhere.
Okay.
He just got to regain his steps now. That's all.
I mean, this was definitely a confidence booster, right? For somebody who went into the Devin Haney fight and was like, man, you know what? I'm going to be the one that put him back down. We already know what happened with Ryan. And then you lose that one. You step back in the ring and a lot of questions could be there. We're going to also see them same questions happen where Earl get back with Tim Tszyu. But Brian Norman definitely got his confidence back. Like the power was there. The precision was there. And he was like, all right, I can see him now getting one more of these under his belt and saying, I want my rematch.
Exactly.
And if they get that rematch, what you get? What we doing?
I'm still going Devin.
You still going Devin?
I'm still going Devin. This fight did not prove. This fight he wasn't challenging in a way that we can see a difference or
I said
change.
2 more. I'm not going off of this one.
We got to. I'm like, honestly, we have to see the progression within the fight.
All right, let me give you 2 more opponents then. Where we at? We at 140. Let me see. Rolly came out on the stream and said he retired because don't nobody want to fight him. But if Brian Norman called him out, you think Brian Norman could beat Rolly?
Yes, I think he can beat Rolly, but I also think Rolly can beat him. Again, Rolly, his last time I seen him fight, he fought like a boxer. Very strategic.
That last fight, that was Garcia, right?
If I'm not mistaken, I want to say yes.
That was Garcia.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a great fight for him. Him fighting Brian. I got Brian coming in there, but Brian can't sleep because now Rolly popping that jab, and then you also fighting somebody will potentially have the same power as you too. So everything you dish, you gotta take it back. So that would be a great fight. That would be a good fight. It'll be a good fight for Brian. It'll be a good fight.
Let's say Brian comes out on top of that one. I see D said that's a good fight. Won't go past 7. He said won't go past 7. Who you got winning though? Let us know.
Let us know who ain't gonna make it past 7.
Yeah. So I know the status is probably going. I'm probably going up and down as far as status, but he beats Rolly, fights a Conor Ben. He beats Conor Ben.
Yeah. No. Yes.
No. I'm saying.
Oh.
He beats a Conor Ben. Then the next person would be Should he actually, you know what? Should he actually go after Should he go after his rematch or should he go after Shakur? Shakur at
140.
Yeah, 140. Never
135
mind.
actually.
Yeah,
135.
no. So he should go after. Nah, then I'm right there. Should it be Haney after that? Norman Jr. by vicious knockout. Okay. Woo, we gonna catch Rolly with one. It's gonna look like that Tank fight.
So I would say, yeah, fight a Rolly, then go get Devin if you win. That'd be good enough.
Rolly got a belt too, right?
Yeah, Rolly got a belt. He got WBA.
That would be good then.
Yeah.
And he do it by vicious knockout, then you go back and then y'all.
Man, you can let it be a vicious knockout. You go back. But again, you know, based on his last fight, you know, I can't. It's hard to say because the dude didn't even show any Devin abilities, you know. So it's hard.
At all. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Styles do make fights, and if you trying to go fights. Yeah, I wouldn't be in this corner saying after this one we gonna go get Devin just because you got a little bit of confidence back.
And that's another thing though. That's another thing though. Norman will have to change his style.
Rolly might have to fight Jack Catterall next.
Oh, that would be a good fight. That would be a good fight for Jack. And I got Jack on that one. If that happens, I got Jack. Jack performance yesterday, hands down, was a good performance. I like Jack.
You having some recency bias? You having some recency bias? Did you just seen him? Okay, I just gotta ask.
I mean, maybe so. Yeah, that could be because I just seen him.
I think Norman has more skill, and then also I think Rolly went up against. Some would say they don't know what Ryan was in the ring that night.
I mean, but Rolly has a lot of experience.
He does, and he went up against some heavy hitters, so he know how to take a punch, especially when that old man was beating him up.
Yeah, Jack is underrated.
He is. And now that you all kind of helped us with the segue because we're about to roll right into that actual fight here, so we're gonna go right into it. Catterall defeats. Help me out, Ricky. Giyasov.
Shakhram Giyasov.
Yeah, there you go. Giyasov. There we go. Giyasov. All right, by unanimous decision for the WBA title. Now, the question you have here, and the question that a lot of people are having, I mean, now that we done got Rolly thrown out there, and we ain't got to ask who would be next. And if we want to go off of the unanimous decision, hold on, let me say the judges scored it 118 to 109, 119 to 108, and 116 to 111. You know, Giyasov, some people would say his mind wasn't in the ring, but you know, you got to show up. And again, thoughts and prayers for his situation. For those who don't know, I'm gonna have y'all look it up. I'm gonna just say thoughts and prayers, man.
Yeah.
Ricky. Catterall.
For this fight, this was a fantastic performance by Catterall. Catterall kept hitting that 1-2. Definitely showed that Giyasov did not train against any southpaws in camp. Everything was clean, flesh. I couldn't ask for a better performance from a boxer. It was right there for him out the entire fight. He just kept landing that 1-2 the entire fight, every round. It was just unbeatable for him. Even giving that good body work, good combination. He got to a point here, go downstairs, come back up. Catterall definitely show his boxing abilities and also, show his patience, I would say. Show his patience definitely in them early rounds.
Yeah, with those early rounds, you can definitely see him sizing them up, but also like we talked about backstage too, right? You can just tell that Giyasov was having one of those moments where like I'm in the fight and I'm going to fight, but my mind is like my body's here, but my mind is on the other side of town, and you could just see that. But again, for him to even still have the performance and still throw them blows the way he was to give Jack something to fight against says a lot. That man's a warrior for going in there. But to speak to the actual winner, Jack showed a lot of people, man, y'all can sleep on me all you want, but when you go back and watch some of these highlights, y'all gonna understand why my name is being associated with whoever is on the other side of him next. He gained a fan last night. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And shout out to Ralphie. He said Rolly didn't want to fight Giyasov. Let's not forget that. I mean, I I could probably see why not.
Yeah, he didn't need to fight him. Giyasov was suffering that.
Yeah. And it said, did Jack win against Giyasov prove that he's a real threat at 147, or does he still need a bigger name and opponent to validate him? I'm gonna say for the casual fans, he probably needs a bigger name. For us right here, I think he proved himself.
I think last night he proved himself. I think even the fights before that, Josh Taylor, even his defeat against, I mean, he lost against Barboza. I think it's Barboza, but I think I think he's validated as a good contender at 147.
Yeah,
I
nah,
think
he
he,
definitely.
he has potential to scale up. I don't know. It is he's one of those. It's one of those fighters that he's in that weight class, and you never know what can happen.
Which is a good thing to have in that weight class, especially with all the big names that people know. But like I said, as far as a household name, you always need a bigger name for you to show up and show out.
Yeah.
For people to be like, oh man, who is that? And now you on their radar. Last night alone, he just earned to be on my radar. Just say Jack Catterall versus Brian Norman. I think did we
Oh
touch on it?
yeah, I think
Did we throw that one out there?
I don't think we threw that one out there.
Did we? I
I don't
don't
think we
think
threw that
so.
one. Yeah, I don't think we threw that one out
That
there.
would be
That would be
nice.
a good fight.
That would
That
be
would be a good
nice.
fight. But again, I might have to go with Jack. Got the better boxer. Got the better boxer swag. The better boxer style.
If he go Jack, Rolly, then Dev, that would be a good mountain to climb. Because if he can get past Jack, because Jack would be I would say that would be like 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. Correct me if I'm wrong. To where he want to get back to seeing a Devin, like that would be more of a challenge than what he had last night. Speaking about Brian Norman, like the Jack fight would be more of a challenge than the one he fought last night, and that
Yes.
would give him that would be a real confidence booster if he can get past Jack.
Yes. Yes. That would give us a better idea.
Then the question would be: does it have to be a knockout, or does it have to be a decision that would help him get over that Dev knocked me down hurdle?
Shoot. I don't think he need a knockout. I just think he need to win. It don't have to be nothing drastic. It's more about winning. Even if you win in a decision, you show that you have the output style of a boxer.
Okay.
So the boxing style, So I want to say that would be a great fight. I'm not gonna lie, that would be a great fight for 147. Shoot, it'd be a good challenge for like you said, it'd be a good challenge for Brian, and also a good challenge for Jack, because they both need these type. They both challenge each other in ways that will help get to above that level that they at now.
Yeah, especially like I said, coming off the two opponents that they had, Giyasov is no slouch. But again, when you're dealing with something in life that can affect your performance at work, I don't. People can always say that this is what separates people. Not it affects you in some form or fashion. Like you could be 80%, but you're still that 20% is what you really needed. Like that's that missing piece right there. So again, Brian Norman stepping in the ring with Jack would be nice. Hey,
That's a good fight. That was a good fight.
hey,
That was a
hey,
good
shout
one.
out to
Ronald
Ralphie
did.
for that one, man.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, shout out Ralphie, man. Hey, if Turkey hit us up, man, we'll make sure you get some tickets to the fight when we going too. That's all I'm gonna say. And we gotta move on, man. Ricky,
Mhm.
I love when main events happen at 9 o'clock and it's over, or it happened at 8 and it's over at 9 o'clock. I just like what this Dazin and Turkey is doing by going into different countries, because it could be 12 o'clock there, but to finish a fight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, cool with me. All them 1 a.m. fights, you be half asleep and then you wake up and be like, what happened?
Exactly.
Well, it feels like that's what Alem said yesterday too, because he woke up and said, what happened? Hasn't put the hands on him. I don't know if it should have been a hazard warning for some of them jabs that he was throwing at that boy, because again, Hamzah defeated Alem by second round KO. Some would say it should have been a hook. Some would say it was, I don't even know. We say sleep numbers over here, but I don't think we do sleep numbers that low. You can't sell no mattresses with a sleep number on 2.
Two, yeah.
So with that, Sheeraz didn't just win a title. He sent a warning to the entire division that I'm here now. So Ricky, How dangerous is Sheeraz at the 168? If what is it in the 168
Yeah, it's
division or
168.
to the 168 division? I'm
He is
trying to think
that
of how to phrase the question. Go
he
ahead.
is definitely a threat. He is definitely a threat for 168 division. He's definitely letting it be known that he is here and he's here to stay. He can compete with the best, and if he gotta get you out in 2 rounds, go ahead be his guest. He's gonna get you out in 2 rounds. Well performance. Dang, the fight was over in 2 rounds. You can't even. I can't really
I can't
give you
give
a
you a
full
recap, right?
analysis. Yeah, I can't give you a recap. There's nothing to recap. We got him out in 2 rounds. It was easy at the first round. It was too easy in the first round. And once that body shot landed, I was like, "Oh my star!" I heard that. I heard that through my speakers. I was like, "Dang, who got hit?" I looked over. He was down on the ground. I was like, "Yep, that's it." He, man, he look. He couldn't even move. He didn't. He knew once he sat down. He was like, "I'm not getting up. That's it. You done messed up. I'm not doing it."
Bro,
Oh,
bro, the power behind those punches. I was like, even if he gets past, when I was looking at the second round, I was like, even if he tries to sneak past this second round, I don't think he's making it out of this fight.
no,
Like, this is not going
no,
past 5. Like,
no.
he was punching him like he owed him money.
Yes.
Not even him. He was punching him like he owed his grandma money. And then he spit on his grandma after he took the money. He said, I'm going to beat you for my ancestors. Because that's what them punches was looking like.
And then he did the same thing to Berlanga. Let's not forget. He is coming up here. He is letting you know 168. I see some the commentator. What
Go
happened?
ahead. Nah,
The
you
com
said Berlanga. I gotta make sure I'm
yeah,
picturing the right person.
he beat you're pitching the right person. Yes, you are. He put Berlanga on his button. But
Berlanga been on. Berlanga just need to be a rapper or something at this point. But go ahead.
whoop dee. But
Who you look like, too, though?
But Hamzah is definitely here for the 168 division. I would love to see him fight the top opponents in that division. Um they was saying, they threw out Canelo, and it's crazy how Canelo can be still thrown out here even though the loss to Crawford. So I'm hoping that Hamzah just dominates the division. The division can easily right now get a new face.
And after last night, he get a couple more, whoop-dees up under his belt. Then boom, says Benavidez, Gate, and PPP buys a disappointing Ryan getting a shot for September. Benavidez, Gate, and people. I think he meant people buy or pay-per-view
Pay per
buys
view.
was disappointing. Okay, it was disappointing. Okay, I get what he's saying.
I can see that, but Benavidez is one star fight away from having them numbers go up. Again, that's the cause and effect of chasing someone that you should have been let go of for too long.
Yeah, I think what happened in boxing is a lot of people seeing those fights that people were chasing. Like you got the Crawford and Spence, and they were like, all right, maybe at some point it could happen. And I think they fell in the whirlwind of that one. But we'll see. Ricky, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, man. Look like your Wi-Fi was over there kickboxing.
I know. I seen it. That's why I'm slowing down. I'm like, dang, what was going on? But long as you can hear me, we all good.
Yeah. Nah, you was definitely making some solid points, just like how Rico Verhoeven was making some solid punches on Usyk. Usyk was probably saying, I can't say we're a family show, but I had a joke. I'll tell you backstage because we're a family show. But Usyk was saying, oh man, I didn't expect for him to do this. But if it wasn't for the 11th round, I think we'll be talking about a different type of outcome. Usyk versus Verhoeven. He defeated him in the 11th round by TKO. And some would say the ref saved the day. Ricky, tell me about this fight.
This fight, you know what?
Or should I just do this?
No,
Did the referee stop the fight too early? Go ahead.
No, I got it. Matter of fact, I want to say it like this. Everybody that's viewing and watching, if you watch that fight, the stance that Rico stand on, be yourself. Be yourself at all times. Rico came in there as an awkward boxer. Awkward with power, don't have the best footwork. Looked like he was ready to do a spinning elbow. He is not a full boxer, but he was able to make a real boxer struggle. You know, he was definitely just awkward with power. And I was so shocked to see Usyk struggle when I watched Usyk dismantle people with power. And again, it would have been embarrassing, but someone came and saved him. That was definitely the referee definitely called that fight too early. I do believe that myself. That was definitely was called too early. I think Rico could have got himself back together, and we might have had a different type of fight. But we would never know because for some reason, when we go to see Usyk fights in different countries, the officiation keep canceling the fight so early, giving him extra time. You know, don't want to mention that Daniel, even though his fights it happens a long time ago, but that Daniel Dubois fight definitely is controversial fights.
Gifts.
That's exactly what they're giving out. Gifts.
More gifts.
Yeah, more gifts, ones, everything. The whole enchilada. But Usyk definitely struggled with an awkward fighter because he was powerful and awkward at the same time.
Now, as you watch that fight, right? And I know it's a running theme. And after the first round, you're like, okay, you know, Usyk probably filling him out. And then that's when, if you don't really know who Rico is, you like, a kickboxer. So you can kind of see his leg kind of flinch after some of those combos where you're like, I want to kick him right now. I really just want to kick him. But he's like, I'm not going to do it. Then the fight progresses some more, and you start seeing how Usyk would have his moments, and then Rico would come back. Rico would have his moments, and then Usyk would come back. And then Rico had a few more moments, and then you start hearing, and you're like, hey, Usyk, man, the saxophone's getting loud, bro. Like, something's going to have to shake. And then he hit him with that uppercut, and then it was like, whew, this boy. I don't think he was going to make it out that fight. They was either going to call it a draw, or somebody was going to vote for Rico to win that, because without that knockdown, Rico was handling his business. He was standing on 10 for about 10. And then after that knockdown, you know, the ref, I see Usyk attacking him after the knockdown. And then I see the ref like kind of want to jump in. I'm like, ref, you can't do that because we just watched 10 rounds of this back and forth where it would look like it can go either way. As soon as he jumped in and called it, I was like, that's a bad play. That was a bad play right there.
The ref already wound up when he said, all right, let's get back to it. He already wound up to intervene. So save Usyk.
I think it was like 1 second left.
Yeah, something short, but save Usyk a possible, you know, embarrassment along with, you know, we've seen it happen for Usyk before. I
know where you going with
if
that.
you guys are just tuning in, that fight, if you remember that fight with Daniel Dubois with that gut check, yeah. Kind of used to seeing it at this point.
Yeah, I really think the ref in that one, he should have let it go to the next, let the bell ring. I think Rico would have gathered himself, and we would have had a very entertaining 12th round with that one. And I also even heard some people saying that the fights was like they had the fight down to a draw. So in one, he needed that knockdown to get the edge a little bit. But the fact that you needed that knockdown to get an edge against a fighter who was, I think he 1-0, like this was his first fight.
Yeah.
Like,
and this
second.
This is what happens when you chase the money. Prime example.
You about to be a laughing stock.
Yeah, prime example why you don't chase the money. And this is what happened. Be yourself, and look, in that fight you learn to be yourself and don't chase the money at the same time.
Hey, unless you like really, really need it. You know, like you sell your gym to a future opponent. But other than that, don't chase it.
Boy, that was a mean jab, boy.
He can't slip that one. He done slipped a lot of jabs.
My eye don't feel like I need some ice on my. Where the peas at? Frozen peas.
But I mean, outside of that, man, I think we'll see Usyk in the ring again. Hopefully, like you said, he learned his lesson, because again, don't chase the money, but also if you're gonna chase the money, take it serious, because this is what can happen. Like, you almost lost that fight and you almost lost your belt. Now imagine somebody being 2-0 with a belt.
Man, what?
I'm just saying. You see, it don't even sound right.
2-0 and almost undisputed at 2-0.
Man,
Good
that would
job,
have been crazy.
Oh my goodness.
That would have been crazy.
That would
But
have been ridiculous.
for everyone that's here now, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Of course, we're in the Red Corner. We try to deliver 2 episodes a month. You know, that's on Sundays. We try to give it to you at 6 p.m. If you don't know where to find In the Red Corner, we are on Instagram. You can see it right there at in_the_red_corner on Instagram. Make sure y'all pause the video if you want to take it down. You know, you can screenshot and copy. I do have an iPhone, and I know Androids do the same thing. So there's no excuses for what you can't do. You got to apply yourself, just like Usyk did in that 11th round. Ricky, with that being said, let's roll into these up-and-coming fights, man.
All right, upcoming fights we have May 30th, El Paso, Texas on ESPN. We have title fight Stephanie Han versus Holly Holm, 10 rounds for Han's WBA women's lightweight title, and I am going with Holm.
I'm going with Holm. I think Han has the boxing rhythm, but I think Holm's gonna get this one.
Going with Holm. On the same card, we have another title fight. We have Amanda Serrano versus Cheyenne Hansen. 10 rounds for Serrano's WBA and WBO women's featherweight title. And I'm not betting against her. I'm going with Serrano. Going to keep. Mm-hmm.
She earned the fame, but I'm also that trilogy, man. I'm getting upset by it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
I'm going with Serrano though, man. But I'm going with this one. She gotta. I'm on the fence, Serrano. I want to stay over there. Do something this one.
And then we got May 30th. See, May 30th is the day for boxing. So, man, there's a lot of fights going on. So May 30th, in Russia, we have title fight Dmitry Bivol versus Michael Effort for 12 rounds for Bivol's WBA and IBF light heavyweight titles. And I'm not going against him. We're going with Bivol.
I'm glad you said we, because I agree with you on that one. We're going with Bivol.
Yeah, we got Bivol is the light heavyweight sugar. That's what he is. We got May 30th. We got in Houston, Texas. Oh, shout out to Houston. On the zone, we have title fight Oshaki Foster versus Raymond Ford for 12 rounds for Foster's WBC junior lightweight title. And again, I am still conflicted. Oh my God, this is going to be a great fight between Raymond Ford, Oshaki Foster. That's going to be a great fight. Possibly potential fight of the year. Definitely going to be a chess match. And I still, to this day, having issues picking who's going to win. But I'm only going to give my vote as a fan. And I'm going with Raymond Ford as a fan.
My heart. And I did this when I picked the NBA playoffs. When your heart say one thing, you got to go with your brain. And I think that's where you went, where you saying as a fan, that's your heart. But your brain is probably telling you Foster's going to win this. My brain is telling me that this is going to be a draw and they're going to draw this out and we're going to get another trilogy.
Ooh, that would be nice. I hope we can get a trilogy of this. This would be worth a trilogy.
Yeah.
This would be worth a trilogy.
I'm going to go with Foster.
You going with Foster?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that is it for the upcoming fights of May. Please tune in to In the Red Corner in June so we can give you the month key fights of June fights. But May did us good. May was a great month for boxing.
Sure was. And with that being said, Ricky, man, how did you feel this episode went?
I feel this episode was cool, man. Miss my man Ty, man. Ty, come on back, man. This was a great episode. I can't wait to get back up here and do it again.
All right, man, you sound like a fighter who just want to fight, man. Is that because Ty not here? But hey, Ty, man, hopefully everything's all good, man. Let us know what's going on, man. The fans definitely missed you this episode. This is one of the episodes where Ricky didn't have to tell you was right on something. But we also what I do?
Wrong?
Huh?
You mean wrong, right?
Yeah, that's what I said, right?
No, you said I ain't had to tell him he was right on something. You mean wrong? Tell him he was wrong.
Yeah, you was wrong about being right. Yeah, there we go. I'm glad you said that. Oh, no, you right. You know what? My bad. You right. See how I ended that? Make sure y'all tap into In the Red Corner, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. But we also want to let you all know over here, In the Red Corner is powered by a network. And that network is Refuse to Lose. You can see it up there in the corner right there, Refuse to Lose Sports. This is a network, and we have other shows upon this network too. So if you are here and you have the time, no excuses. Make the time for us because, you see some young black brothers trying to get their lives together. We giving y'all great content. We answer the comments as well. If you ever want to be on the show, you can become a member. Click the link below, become a member today. The other shows that we have on the network that we provide for you is CTC. That's Carl Talking College. Now, I'm going to try to make this quick, but if you don't know anything about college and you want some knowledge, tap into CTC.
Definitely.
It's Carl Talking College.
Definitely.
Spot on.
Definitely.
Now, hey, living, breathing proof right here. My man Ricky said he played some bets by tapping in with Carl Talking College.
CTC,
so that right there lets you know. Now, I'm going to give you the flip side of that, and we're going to go to the NFL, and that's FCC. That's Football with Coach Coon. This guy here, man, he's going to give you some hot takes, but even within those hot takes, it may spark a debate, but 9 times out of 10, he's going to end up being right. Like it comes off that way. So make sure you tap in with FCC Coach Coons because he's going to give you all your fantasy needs. We have a few champions from our R2L actual fantasy football league that came from, listening to fantasy. That was fantasy football with Coach Coon, but now he give you fantasy and regular football talk. So that's football with Coach Coon. BWT. If you're a Yankees fan, make sure you tap in, man. Baseball with Teddy. He's a Yankee fan, but he also gives you everything that you need to know about the MLB. Tap in with my boy Teddy. RBO. Real ballers only. The playoffs is happening. The finals is here. One thing I'm going to give you a little sneak peek on RBO is Vaughn said a lot about Wemby and him not being able to take some physicality in the paint. It's been happening in the last 2 games. So if that right there, he called it before the playoffs even started. So if that's not enough for you to subscribe to his episode, you come find me and tell me why. Tap into RBO. Then you also have Zero Sports Talk. That's with Griffey. He covers all sports. Wrestling. The World Cup is coming up. So you definitely going to cover the World Cup. He giving you a little bit of F1, some basketball, baseball. He may even give you tennis. We'll see. But tap into Zero Sports Talk with my boy Griffey. And then you got Unfazed. That's with AJ and JJ. Commanders fan, Eagles fan, Lakers fan, Kings fan. You already know the debates are going to happen. Tap into my boys. I'm mad they in the NFC East with me, but some of the best content you're going to get on the network as well. And then my boy, we're going to round it out with Dave's Doghouse. Highlights, lowlights. You want to be a dog and be in the yard? Create some highlights. Kind of like what Ricky did this episode. But if you want to be in the dog yard, then, go out there and do what Usyk did. You want to be in the doghouse, go out there and do what Usyk did. Play around with your food and almost lose. That's what you're going to get at Dave's Doghouse, and that's from all sports. Tap in, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It's free. You want to be a part of the actual IG chats that we have. Those are not free. Those are memberships. Click the link to become a member if you feel like the content that you heard today was great. I've said a lot. I know you're outside of hearing my voice. I'm ready to go eat. Ricky, this was great. We catch y'all on the next episode, and this was In the Red Corner.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.